Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So my name is Paulo and today we're going to be talking about the most in-demand certifications for 2022 that can actually boost your pay. Okay, so this actually comes on the back of my own exercise because as we stand, I'm studying for my next certification. So I thought to myself, why not just share this with everyone so that they can actually profit from that. Okay, so Salesforce is one of the things that we're going to be focusing today. So it's a platform that serves actually a multitude of profiles. Okay, it's a fast growing solution that actually serves marketing and salespeople, developers, architects and solution architects, so technical architects and solution architects, project managers, and the list continues. Okay, so it's actually a skill set that actually pays off for a lot of different profiles. Okay, and it's on fast growing. Taking that into consideration, then looking to the fact that I'm actually working on Salesforce since 2012, so I'm leveraging that, also that knowledge. So I run more than 40 Salesforce projects across different countries, throughout different clouds, and also the fact that I'm actually working on a tech consulting and we are hiring across different geographies. So if you want to know more about it, just check out my LinkedIn profile and looking into that, of course, more or less I know what type of profiles are more in demand across the globe. And also, one thing that is also important to make mention of is that I leverage Manson Frank and their knowledge around the Salesforce ecosystem. They are, without a doubt, one of the top recruitment agencies out there. So I leverage all of that information. And I came out with this ranking that I'm going to be presenting to you guys. So essentially, the ranking also, it's important for you to know that is based on the fact that it can actually pay off and allows for progression. So it comes from the first one, let's say, to the last one with a higher propensity of actually accelerating your career. So take a look into that, of course, as well. And to conclude, and before we jump into it, just give it a thumbs up, okay, if you like this kind of content. And also it helps out the channel, it helps out the YouTube algorithm. And aside from that, consider subscribing if you want to know more about CRM, marketing technology, tech consulting, and of course, if you are really interested on sharing knowledge and exchange of knowledge. Okay, so that's one of the things that really drives me a lot. So with that said, nothing more to add. Let's go into that and let's check the first certification. Okay, so stick around if you want to know more. Okay, let's then start on the reverse. So let's start from the number 5, let's say, till number 1. Okay, to keep like the thing going. Okay, so let's start with the one of the most in demand is then Marketing Cloud Consultant. Okay, so the reason for this is that, and this is one of actually the biggest benefits of, if you can actually find any, but this is for sure one of COVID-19, essentially fast track all digital transformation, and together with that also the marketing aspect of it. Okay, so I can say to you that without a question, Marketing Cloud Consultant is one of the most hot and in-demand certification. And what is it that you should be doing as a Marketing Cloud Consultant? Okay, so essentially you should be implementing Marketing Cloud and of course in an effective and manner, scalable and sustainable manner, of course. But then also on the top of that, you should be actually giving advice to your client, may that be internal or even if you're working as a contractor, okay, on how to build journeys, how to build journeys being the campaigns, how to build and make use of the different studios. So the set of different channels that you have within Marketing Cloud, and those are the basic principles of actually doing that. Aside from that, of course, you need to focus on segmentation, give them the advice on how to do it yourself, etc. So those are some of the fundamentals around the role of a consultant within Marketing Cloud. Okay, so looking at the money, the money side of it. Okay, so let's go for it. So I'm gonna give you 3 countries. So I lived in 5, okay, but I'll give you 3 of those 5. that I've been more acquainted to with regards to this. So one is the UK, the other one is Spain, and then the Netherlands. Okay, if you are a marketing cloud consultant, how much should you actually expect to earn? So at the very beginning in the UK, you should be roughly around 40k, roughly, and you should go until 62. And then if you are more of a higher and more experienced consultant, you should be expecting to go between 62 to 78 plus as a marketing cloud consultant. Okay, then if you're gonna think on actually moving into the contractor position, you should expect to be around the 500, okay, up to 800 plus in terms of pounds, that is, a day. Okay, so that should be your expectations. Okay, so 46 to 62 yearly. Okay, and then if you are more senior, 62 to 78 thousand pounds yearly, and then 500 to 800 roughly pounds a day if you're a contractor. Okay, looking to Spain, so you should be looking at 30 to 35 if you are more of a junior, and then 35 I would say to 47, 50 almost, but around 47 plus. And then if you're going to be moving, and this of course euros, 47,000 euros a year, and then if you're going to be moving then into a contractor position, you should be expecting to get roughly around 700 up to, I would say, 900 euros a day. That should be your rate. Okay, and then to close, Belgium and the Netherlands. So in Belgium, in the Netherlands, you should be expecting to be like 33 to 55k if you're more at the beginner side of things, and then of course you will evolve. And then if you are more of a senior, you should be expecting to go around the 55k mark. Okay, so we are talking euros once more. Okay, so with that we wrap up then certification number 5. Let's go for then number 4. So stick around if you want to know more. So, certification number 4. So this is all about Sales Cloud Consultant. Okay, so what is it that is expected for you to do as a Sales Cloud Consultant? Essentially, you should be looking how to give the best possible advice, being in-house or actually as a contractor, okay, but essentially give the best possible advice in terms of the business processes, how to build those on the CRM, okay, how to build a scalable way, how to give the best possible advice in terms of pipeline management, opportunity management, how to make your company a success from a sales perspective, okay. And then of course you need to think how is it that you should be thinking then the layout of Salesforce, the user experience and all of that, but that is the concept around also heavily around thinking the analytics, the reports, the dashboards, the training side of things as well, so that your Salesforce actually the reps are more efficient and your sales organization is also more efficient. Okay, so that's essentially Sales Cloud Consultant in a nutshell. And then let's look to the money part. Okay, so going back to the UK, so if you're looking to become a Sales Cloud Consultant in the UK, you should be expecting to get roughly between 45k as minimum if you are beginning, 40k if you are beginning. Then you should go over let's say the mark of the 78 80, okay, throughout your evolution, and then from that mark of the 70 you can go for the 87 kind of mark around the more senior people around Sales Cloud Consultant. Okay, so moving to Spain, you should be expecting roughly between 30,000, 30k a year up to 42k. Okay, so this is for a more junior, so we are talking euros here, and then from the 42k up to the 52k mark, okay, for a more senior, and then 52 plus. And then I would say that if you're looking at the consultancy side of thing, but meaning from a contractor perspective, you should consider something around the 700 to 900, as I mentioned, also in the case of Martin Cloud Consultant. Okay, so this is it for Spain. Let's go and talk about the Netherlands. So the Netherlands, you should be expecting to be around the 30,000 euros minimum, up to the 55k, okay, for Belgium and the Netherlands, and then you should be expecting to actually to get over the 50k mark if you are a more of a senior consultant. Okay, so this is it with regards to Sales Cloud Consultant, so stick around for certification number 3. Okay, this is all about then certification number 3, and we are talking about developers. Okay, so this is the focus. So here I would highlight Dev 1 and Dev 2 in terms of Salesforce. Okay, so what is it that you should be expecting if you're going to be taking this certification, and what is it that you should be doing out there? So essentially, you should be looking to work with the most advanced, let's say, side of configurations such as flows. You should be actually expecting to work with Aura objects, but also Visual Force, although it's a bit going down in terms of actually use. So you should be thinking on working with Apex for sure, but thinking on the most advanced solutions within the Lightning platform. Okay, so that should be your expectation as a developer. And if you take, of course, Dev 1, it's less complex, let's say, functionality that you should be looking towards, or even programmatic and advanced code. And if you're going to go into the more advanced Dev 2, of course, it's expected for you to actually to deal with more complex situations in terms of code or technical solutions. Okay, so moving then towards the money part. Okay, so if and looking to the UK, talking about pounds. So if you are a dev, you should be looking to get between the 38k up to the 71k. Okay, and of course it's becoming from a junior situation more towards a senior. But then if you are actually more of a senior developer, you should think that you should be able to get between the 71k up to the 88k, roughly, give or take. And then if you think on going out there and actually work solo as a contractor, you should be looking to get between the 500 and the 800 pounds a day. Okay, so that's more or less what should be your expectation. Let's talk about Spain, okay, and then Belgium and the Netherlands. So in Spain, you should be looking to get between the 27,000 up to the 35,000 if you are a junior developer. And of course, this is the average. Okay, you can actually have lower than this or even above than this. Okay, so but this is the average, so that you have that clarified. And then of course, if you're looking to get 35,000 then and above, you are for sure more senior developer, so you should be expecting to get between the 35,000 up to the 48,000 euros a year. Okay, so and if you're looking to get into a contractor position, should be expecting to get between the 500 a day, roughly, euros up to the 700 euros a day. So that should be more or less your expectation. Now, talking about Belgium and the Netherlands. Here, the expectation should be to get between the 35k up to the 61k if you are more of a junior developer. Okay, and then of course, if you are more of a senior developer, you should be looking to get 61 or 60k and plus. Okay, so those are the ranges, and this is all about developer. Okay, so stick around for certification number 2 and then number 1 to close. Okay, speak to you soon. Okay, getting down on the countdown. So this is number 2, certification number 2. So this is all about solution architect. Okay, so this is one of the most in-demand certifications. And what is it that is supposed to do? So meaning, what is it that the solution architect should be doing? Essentially, the solution architect should work as the trusted advisor to the partner, okay, or even to the company that he or she is working at. Normally speaking, they take the lead also in terms of the technical part. So they lead the team and they share best practices in terms of the technical part. Aside from that, it's expected that they actually take care of the vision, the design, and the architecture of a given solution that should be done in order to solve a business problem. And the same should, of course, be sustainable and scalable. Okay, so this is the objective of, let's say, of the role of the solution architect, looking at certification number 2. So let's talk money then. So what is it that you should be expecting? So looking at the UK, for instance, you should be expecting, if you are more of, let's say, of a junior solution architect, you should be between 75,000 to 88,000. Okay, so we are talking about pounds once more. And then if you're going to be going up to the higher rank, let's say where you are a more of a senior solution architect, you should be expecting between the 88,000 up to the 100,000 mark, 98, roughly around those lines. Okay, then if you're looking to become then a contractor, you should be expecting to be between the 700 pounds a day up to the 1,000, okay, a day. So that should be your expectation. Then moving towards Spain. Okay, so if you are a solution architect in Spain, you should be expecting to get between 38, okay, above the developer, but 38 up to 45 if you are more of let's say of a junior. And then I would say that you should be looking to get between the 45 and the 60,000 mark if you are more of a senior solution architect, and even more than that. On some cases you can go up to 70, 75,000 if you are a good solution architect. Okay, with that said, let's go then to the Netherlands and Belgium. So here should be looking to a mark of the 55,000 up to the 72,000. Okay, if you are more of a junior, and here we are talking euros. And then of course, if you're going to move to a more let's say senior position, should be looking around the 72,000 mark. Okay, so with that said, let's then go towards number uno. Okay, so stick around if you want to know more. Okay, to close then we have number 1, okay, number uno. So first place we have then CTA, okay, Certified Technical Architect, okay, so this is it. So this is without a question one of the most in-demand certifications that you have out there. Okay, so what is it that you should be expecting if you want to become a CTA? So essentially you should be expecting to think, okay, I'm going to be having let's say all-around knowledge in terms of the technical solutions. I'm going to be thinking and implementing those. And aside from that, most likely I will become then a team lead, and also I should have all-around domain across the different solutions that you have out there within the Salesforce ecosystem. Okay, so aside from that, of course, you are la crème de la crème, you are belonging to the 1%. Okay, and it's expected that you have really a high level of knowledge around Salesforce. Okay, so let's talk money then. Let's start with the UK. So what is it that you should be expecting if you want to become a CTA? What is it that you should be aspiring to? Okay, so to start from, if you are more of a junior technical architect, you should be expecting to get between 95 and 31,000 pounds a year. Okay, so if you are more of a junior, if you are more of a senior technical architect, you should be expect actually to grow between the 131,000 up to 165,000 pounds a year. Okay, so if you are considered actually moving into the contractor and looking into that, you should be expecting between the 700 pounds a day up to over the 1,000. Okay, so that should be your expectation. Then let's go into Spain. So if you are a younger, let's say, or a more junior kind of technical architect, you should be expecting to be between the 40, 45 up to the 55 mark. And then if you are growing up in your knowledge, should be expecting to go between 55 up to 70, sometimes even further than that, 75, 80 thousand a year. Okay, and then if you're looking to move into contractor, you should be expecting to get between the 700, 600 and something up to the 850 euros a day. Okay, so this for Spain. And then lastly but not least, of course, Belgium and the Netherlands. So you should be expecting to get between the mark of the 32 up to 55 if you are a younger CTA, let's say, and then from 55 up to 72 and above. Okay, so that, with that said, I'm wrapping this up. Hopefully this was an interesting session. Okay, if you want to know more about this, just let me know and leave it on the comments below. If you think otherwise, actually there are more certifications in demand aside from this, and if you have a different ranking, just let me know, drop it on the comments below. I'll be really interested on knowing that, and of course once more being able to exchange knowledge and share knowledge. Okay, with that said, give it a thumbs up. It helps out the channel, it helps out the YouTube algorithm, and once more feel free to join me on this journey and subscribe if you want to know more about CRM, marketing technology, sales technology, tech consulting. But of course the most important part is actually sharing knowledge around. For instance, one of the things that I do like the most is actually sharing knowledge about my experiences across. Okay, so with that said, take care, my friend. Speak to you soon. Okay, cheers, bye bye.